Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy Tea 1111 Energy. Hopefully, you all are well and rested, and so are your families too. Thank you for tapping into the messages. Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. Let's tap in. As you can already see, the energy is out here, family, and let me tell you what I got from this energy right here. It's like, I'm not quite sure why this is constantly taking place, okay, but it feels to me like, a lot of energy, and it is very masculine, okay? So you could be a masculine and this message is going to resonate with you, or you could be a feminine in your masculine energy and it could be resonating with you. Flip the roles as you see fit, okay? But it feels to me like you are up against a lot, okay? And you stood your ground against a lot of rigid energy, okay? With this rigid energy, it really brought you back to yourself. With this real reunion here, I'm getting this is you coming back into yourself, okay? You were, it says still standing. You didn't give up on yourself. You didn't give up. Okay. It says still standing, not giving up, giving it all you've got. Someone tried to break you. Okay. But nothing can break you. You are unstoppable. Okay. This is the energy. I feel like because of that, that's why Bright Future came out. Okay. You're very optimistic on your outlooks, whatever it may be, because we do know over here, life be lifing, right? Okay. We all know life be lifing. So there was something that you did and it brought back some sort of hopeful energy, positive possibilities, okay? A future that looks successful and promising, and it's fulfilling, okay? I feel like that was you stepping back into your reunion with yourself. Now, for some of you, it could be a reunion with a soulmate, or it could be bringing in a soulmate connection. But before we dive any deeper, you already know. I call upon the divine light to surround me. I invite my guides, ancestors, and protectors to stand with me. No harm, no deception, no lower energy may enter this space. Only what serves truth, healing, and highest good is welcome here. And so it is. Ashe. So look what just came out while I'm shuffling. So this has something to do with a very toxic cycle here. It says repetitive negative patterns in your life or relationships difficult to let go of or cut off completely. I feel like you got rid of that. There could have been a toxic cycle that you were in. I feel like this toxic cycle that you were in, it really wasn't toxic. Okay, some of it was and not toxic. If you are standing up against a bully, ain't nothing wrong with doing that. Okay, you could have had a lot of bullies around you. This is the energy I'm picking up on. Okay, a lot of that toxic energy was projections from your bullies. Okay, they wanted you to seem like you were out of place, you were out of line, you shouldn't have been doing something. In actuality, they shouldn't have been doing something. That's why luck and love is here. Okay, so with this luck and love, there could be someone that is definitely coming towards you with this real reunion. Okay, a romantic relationship could be flourishing here, okay? Finding the one or multiple good offers, love magnet, okay? So you may be a love magnet at this time, okay? Take it how it resonates. It doesn't have to just be in a relationship. It could just be in manifesting good, positive things towards you, all right? Tell me more about this bright future. Future. Okay. If you felt like your future was uncertain, you may have been having some sort of anxiety attacks. Okay. I feel like Spirit wants you to know here that you needed to focus more. Okay. As it says, anxiety about what's next. Okay. That could have been keeping you stuck. I feel like you let that go. You like, whatever, God, I'm in your hands, the divine creator of all living things. You are in the divine's hands. So once you stop worrying about what the future held or holds, I feel like that is why your future is being it's brighter. But for some of you, you still are uncertain about what the future holds. And it's saying navigating through fog, lack of clear direction, and anxiousness. So for some of you, you could still be nervous, okay? Anxious about what the future holds. Now, during these times, and I'm going to just tell you, we are in the last days, and I feel like everybody knows this, okay? Everybody knows at the bottom of the deck that things are out of sync. But there is a golden opportunity here, okay? And somebody could be in your energy that's playing hard to get. All three from the bottom of the deck. So let's take the look at the first one. Yeah. Out of sync, okay? Feeling disconnected from things that are happening around you. That will definitely cause some sort of anxiety, okay? This could be coming from loved ones not being in alignment with the world that we're in today, because we are not we're not of this world. We're just in this world, okay? I feel like here there was some sort of coordinated attack. I just want to say there was a coordinated attack. It looks to me like these people are running or they're breaking up because they know there's some toxicity here. Okay. There was somebody also that was playing hard to get. Now, I don't know if this was your energy or if it was their energy. Okay. You could have been playing hard to get. And I don't feel like you're playing hard to get. You're just content with being single for whoever this message is resonating with. But it says pretend to be less interested, tries to have the upper hand in control and mind games. Yes, coy, very coy, okay, coy acting energy. So you may have distanced yourself from that. Okay, this is what I'm picking up. You have distanced yourself from a lot of coy acting energy, okay? You've distanced yourself from the gaslighters. You've distanced yourself from the liars, manipulators, scam artists, all that, okay? That, I feel, it had a lot to do with this golden opportunity that is coming towards some of you, okay? Also, you could have been involved in, and I don't want to say you were involved, but let me tell you like this. They say be careful of the company you keep. And I feel like the reason people say be careful of the company you keep is because you end up taking on their karma, okay? Their karma, their burdens, okay? And I feel like you may have cut out a lot of toxicity in your life, and that's what brought in the golden opportunity, okay? I feel like your energy, even though it's in a past position, I feel like this is you always. You've always stood 10 toes down. You've always stood on business. This is the energy I'm getting. The toxic cycle that you refuse to participate in, I feel had a lot to do with the uncertain future, okay? It seemed like, maybe you were hanging with friends and you thought everything was good. This could have been a group of friends where it seemed like everything was going great for them until reality kicked in, and it's not, okay? You may have been out of sync, okay, with some of the things that people were doing around you. This could be friends, family, foe, take it how you know, okay? But it says you had and it doesn't say you had, but I'm saying you had many perfect chances, okay, for growth. You still do, okay? You may be rare and highly valuable, and your potential to bring great benefits or success to not just yourself but others, that is being seen. That is being seen now. So someone may not have valued you. I cannot make it up. You were the gift that kept on giving. Take it how it resonates, okay? I feel like, many of you are that positive to where you can, take toxic cycles, people, places, things, friends, families, foes, okay? And you can take their trauma. You can also be a healer. You can take their trauma and actually keep positive things coming into your life and their life. But the moment you walked away, these people are now in a financial strain, okay? They're experiencing some sort of tight finances, okay? It says tight finances are causing stress. Wow. Stress too thin. They're stressed too thin. Wow, it doesn't say stretched. It literally says they're stressed too thin. Okay, by burdens, difficult financial obligations. See, because what it is, and I'm picking up on energies that were just taking something for granted. They thought it was going to be there forever, because I'm picking up on an energy that felt it was them. Okay, they always felt it was them, family. It felt it was them that was, and I'm not saying that to be cocky, but I am saying you are very high vibrational. I'm saying that. And it's like, even when you are at your lowest, okay, this is what I'm hearing. Even when you're at your lowest, you're still at your highest. Hmm, that's interesting. So even when you're in a low vibrational energy, you're still at your highest self, because I feel like maybe you're just staying very optimistic during times where you know that people are not. And you may be that energy life source for whoever this message is resonating with. And I feel like a lot of people took you for granted, and they put you in a lot of different toxic cycles, and you just didn't know any better at the time because you weren't awakened, right? That virtual mask is off. Dang, look what came flying out. Let's see what this says. Good Lord. That virtual mask is off. Okay, so people could have been presenting a false self image online. Catfishing, okay? Leading to some sort of disconnection, okay, faking it online, bugs, followers, and engagement. So you could have been dealing with a lot of people that had a whole mask on their face, and that mask just got snatched off, okay. They could be online. A lot of these people are online. A lot of these people hide behind the veil. Playing victim here, okay. A lot of these people want people to feel sorry for them, and you like, look, life be life and shit. No offense intended. Quick disclosure: I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call out names when guided to, but life be life in, okay? So there were a lot of people out here that were exaggerating and fabricating situations, circumstances, and pertaining to you. They were trying to make others feel sorry for them. And in actuality, they were the culprits. They were the bullies. This is the energy I'm getting. Okay. People are starting to find that out now, because you're not a bully. You're not a bully, but you do protect and stand up for yourself as you should. Energy. Okay. As you rightfully should, especially when you're being bullied. This is what I'm picking up. This is not grade school, kindergarten, or nothing else, but there are a lot of people that still have yet to mature. Wow. Yep. And I promise you, sunk cost fallacy. Okay. So I feel like that ship got shipwrecked. A lot of people were riding your coattail, and that ship got shipwrecked. Because as soon as you left the situation, they stayed in it. They stayed in a situation that's no longer beneficial for you, so you left it. And not admitting it's over holds on tight for nothing, and that's their energy now. You got a lot of people trying to hold on tight to you and whatever it is you producing or bringing up or coming out with. Okay, this could just be you overall changing your outlook on people, places, things, friends, families, and foes. Okay, this is your defense mechanism and how you protect your energy. As I look over, tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. Ooh. Cultural appropriation is here. Okay. So using cultural symbols that strips them of their original significance, exploitation, and stealing. That's what you've been dealing with. You know it. For whoever this message is resonating with, okay? Everybody feels like something had been taken from them, and rightfully so. It had. But the energy that was directing everything towards you, it's always your fault type energy. No, not exactly. See, you ain't even in the games of what I just heard, politics. You don't be politicking. You just out here calling it like it is. And a lot of times that offends politicians. That offends the elite. You being you does offend the elite. I'm just going to tell you that, okay? For whoever needs to know. It does offend the elite because they feel like, everything they built is at risk now because of you. Now they looking at things as a gamble. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about, yeah. And they tried to definitely bring something to an end for you, because then look what's over here clarifying it. Wow. They tried to bring something to an end. And then we have death magic and distant future, right? But you're held in high honor amongst many families, communities, okay? Possibly even now thieves are awakening to who you are. It said the end of the road, okay, relationships or projects are coming to an end. And I feel like that is the death that is happening now at this present moment, okay? And now it says relationships and projects are coming to an avoidable end. Nowhere else to go. It ends here, nothing left, okay? That's the gamble. That's the gamble that a lot of people took, okay? Not just the elite, but just everyday people. They know that whatever they did to you, pertaining to, death magic, black spell magic, all that kind of energy, it's coming back. You see 64 breaks down to 10. That's over. That has completed the cycle. They may have even been wanting to come back and circle back around, okay, in the distant future. But you are being held in high honor by many, maybe even your family, okay, your friends, your coworkers, okay, whoever you consider to be family, because they know that they were dealing with a lot of people that were trying to steal from you. Even thieves, I'm picking up, even thieves are starting to awaken to who you are. And that's why this unexpected money is here. You may be receiving some unexpected money about behind a lot of abuse that you went through and animosity that people were holding in their heart for you. And a lot of these people were Jezebels and third party stitches. Damn. Who were mad at a rich girl who's about to be in a commitment and a real relationship. This person that's still standing is actually going to be making actual money. And it has something to do with a community that was trying to keep them in bondage. Some sort of boss figure came through here, and this surprised everybody. Because this boss figure could be your soulmate that these folks was trying to block you from on the chime. Confirmation. And whatever they were trying to block you on or from, you'll be moving on. Damn, the cards is just talking. I mean. Exactly. That was the ghost in the machine, okay? There could have been a boss energy that was like tapped into your phone. Why I hear that? So there could have been some sort of boss energy, a ghost in the machine. Technology was failing, okay? This could have been somebody that was tapped into your phone. Yeah. And look, at the bottom of the deck, they just effed around and found out. Wow. Yeah, somebody took a risk and pushed boundaries and experienced the consequences. Not the best idea. Somebody out here learned the hard way. All right, so I'm going to leave that message there. Okay, take it how it resonates. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck, you still were holding your head high through all of this. Okay, you still held your head high. You faced the difficulties with pride, confidence, and dignity. And I feel like, you're staging. It feels like, to me, it says staying resilient through tough times. It was like the divine helped you stage a comeback. Okay, staged a comeback. All right, so yeah, let's go on and close out. All right, I hope this brings you peace, clarity, and guidance. All right, and thank you for tapping in. If you have yet to subscribe, definitely hit that subscribe notification bell. It costs nothing to subscribe. Also, take a look at the description box. There's information in there that you may find valuable. Okay, especially when it comes to somebody trying to contact you off of a WhatsApp or anything like that. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I have none of it. Okay, so thank you for tapping in. Let's close out. I release the weight of deception and betrayal. I stand rooted in my truth. I call back my power, my light, my peace. I am whole, I am becoming, and so it is, and so it is. Ashe. And until next time, y'all have a magnificent day. Ashe.